If you see too many jump cuts in this video, then blame Nelvana. Nelvana's a dick. Has there ever been a show that you really like, but although nobody outright hates it, nobody seems to talk about it? That's been my experience with Spliced. I've always enjoyed the show, but now that I'm older and have access to the internet, not only am I bombarded by 5-second videos that mean nothing and shouldn't even exist,
Why?
but I also find out that nobody, and I do mean nobody, knows about this show. So I decided that once and for all, someone should talk about this. This show deserves more recognition. Spliced was a series created by Simon Ray Chioba and Richard Elliott, who at that time had created the TV show Grossology, as well as writing for Totally Spies and Teen Titans. The good one. It officially aired on Teletoon in 2010, although Jetix Pro released it on Latin America back in 2009. It ran for a total of 26 episodes that consist of 52 cartoon segments. The show is about a mad scientist who made experiments with various animals on an island simply known as Keep Away shortly before being held away for
crimes against nature,
leaving behind an island full of mutated abominations. Spliced is animated using Toon Boom Harmony, following grain the line between flash and hand-drawn animation. However, it does use techniques such as rigging and motion twins, so it counts as flash animation. And yes, by today's standards, it does look mediocre. Then again, so does Foster's Home and Manor Vera. Flash animation didn't exactly thrive until the 2010s, with shows like Super Gel and My Little Pony, followed by shows like Motor City, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and Bunnicula. I'm going to be fair and judge this for late 2000 standards. And for that time, this was probably the best you could do with flash animation. The animation on this show is great. It doesn't even look that dated. First off, every character is uniquely designed. Teletoon clearly chose the most talented character designers in their studio. I just love how creative the people who worked on this are. The animation seems to be reminiscent of shows like Ren and Stimpy. The animators love what they're doing. Every pose is incredibly well crafted, and the mixture of frame by frame and motion twinning is perfect. And that's just with the character animation. The backgrounds look awesome. They look like something out of Samurai Jack. Hand painted, stylized, just beautiful. Sure, by today's standards it looks pretty choppy, but for its time, it's great. It's just really great. Something I love about Spliced is that every character has a very colorful personality. However, I'm only gonna focus on the most important characters. I don't have enough time to talk about every character. You know, with Nelvana and all that. Perry is easily one of the most interesting characters I've ever seen in animation. He's literally a mental basket case. Every day he experiences every emotion known to man. Happiness, rage, sadness. But he's not just a crazy person, he's also quite relatable. He just doesn't know what to do with his life. His purpose is undefined, something many people can relate to. I know I did. Andre is quite frankly the weakest of the main cast. He's just your average pea-brain dip. He's not bad by any means, he's just the weakest character on the show. Nearly any episode he's in, either he's a butt monkey or he goes on a power trip. It's not really that interesting. Joe is the down-to-earth mayor of Keep Away Island. He keeps things from going too crazy, which is something a show like this really needs. Patricia is also this, but to a lesser amount. And then there's Mr. Smarty Smarts, the main culture-savvy, plankton-like villain that only ever succeeds whenever he tricks our idiot protagonist to involving his evil plans. I know this is kinda cliche at this point, but was it cliche back in 2010? Yeah, a little bit, but it's still pretty funny. At first sight, Spliced seems pretty stupid, like incredibly lowbrow. And yeah, at some points it really is. But it can also be pretty clever. In a sense, it's like Rick and Morty. Only a show like this can cover an entire island with snot while at the same time joking about the difference between respect and fear. Now, I'm not saying this show's perfect, far from it. The characters aren't the best, the animation is slightly out of date, the humor is not for everyone, and those stupid transitions get old fast. But as it stands, this show is one of the best cartoons you never knew. I'll give it 4 Powerpuff animation errors out of 5 Raging Pepes. Now that makes me wonder, with shows like these, Why does Teletoon have such an awful reputation?
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Thank you all.
By the way, watch Monicula, don't let it die.